Good morning. Preschool. It is Friday, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you had a good night. Yeah, let's redo this. No, it's good. And I miss you guys. David and I have. This is like our third attempt at a video.
We didn't get very far.
Yeah, we haven't got very far. We were just kind of rambling.
There's our dogs again.
Cringer. Yesterday I mentioned that I was going to go to the preschool. Oh, Dee, please don't yell in my ear. Go to the preschool and get our bag of Disney books, and I'm still going to do that. But yesterday I got an owie.
It wasn't an owie. That was more than an owie.
Yes, I hurt myself. Cringer, go lay down. I hurt myself. I was walking outside, and this was my foot, and I kind of went off a step and landed on the top of my foot. So the bone in the top of my foot, I'm hoping it's just bruised. It's swollen. It hurts to walk. Yesterday I really couldn't walk, but I can walk a little. I'm hobbling around today, so I'm hoping I'm gonna rest all day today. David's gonna take care of me, right? We're gonna play.
So I'm gonna do schoolwork.
No, we're gonna do schoolwork. We're gonna we'll finish up. You're almost done. I think you just got hand in your assignments.
Oh really?
I think so. I think we gotta do that Friday. Probably. Anyway, we got a little bit to do. We can read together too. But there's gonna probably be a lot of Switch playing in our future for today. Because
I have something to say.
I'm still hobbling. What?
I forgot.
Anyway.
Actually, no, I didn't forget.
Okay, save it to the end. I did not get our books yesterday because of that, but I went and got them, and I brought them out of the library, and they're in the cubby room, and they're right by the door, so that I could put them in my car when I drive over there, because that bag is too heavy when I'm running or walking to the school. So they're there. I'll get them. We'll start on Monday with those. But don't fear. I have one of my favorite books. I don't know if I brought this to school with this current group of kids that we have today.
The movie's better.
The movie, is it on... Where do you watch that? The cartoon of Paul Bunyan.
Sad. But
is it on Amazon?
It is on Blu-ray disc.
No, I think
how did we watch that?
I think it's on Amazon.
Wait!
The original cartoon, I think you can watch it on Amazon. You ask your moms and dads to help you look it up if you want to watch it.
There's a cartoon. I thought it was a movie.
It's a cartoon.
Movie?
No, it's just a cartoon. But it's the same cartoon that I watched when I was a kid and I was at my Grandma Rude's house. You guys know Grandma Rude, who nicknamed me Petunia, how we got the name for the preschool. Oh, Cringer. Cringer, go lay down.
I have something to say.
Hold on. It's the same cartoon that I used to watch when I was a kid. And this is a book of it. And gosh, I don't know where we found this.
Actually, book. I remember.
I got this book for David, and it really follows the cartoon. It's Paul Bunyan.
No, it's actually the cartoon just in book.
It's a Disney book, so it's kind of like the Disney books that we read, but it's bigger. Hey, Dee. Shh. One of us can talk at a time. I'm going to read the book, okay? So just wait. What, honey?
It's actually just the cartoon, but it's just a book. Like that scene, let's find the scene.
Yeah, it looks just like the cartoon.
I am a author.
Yes, David has been writing this story, but it's too creepy.
It's not creepy, it's not creepy, it's just too, you have to be more mature.
Okay, well, we won't talk about that later. All right, Paul Bunyan. There he is. This is a big book. Let me figure out how to hobble my foot and turn the page. All right. So, do you guys know the story of Paul Bunyan? He's big. Excuse me.
Is he a giant?
He's a giant. So, here is baby Paul. And look at how big the bottle needs to be. And these men, these grown-ups, are so little compared to the bottle and compared to the baby Paul. All right, let's read. Early one morning after a ferocious storm, a huge cradle washed up near a town in Maine. Inside the cradle was the biggest baby anyone had ever seen. It took the milk of 5 cows to fill his bottle. The townsfolk adopted him and named him Paul Bunyan because they thought that he should have the kind of name that sounded like a big guy's name. Tila. Our groceries are coming in. So there's Paul. He's growing up. Paul grew into a good lad, and everybody liked him. He went to school just like all the other kids, but he was too big to fit inside the classroom. So he sat outside and handed his lessons to the teacher by lifting the roof. So he would reach over, lift up the roof, drop in his lesson. Okay, there he is swimming. When school let out, all the kids would head for the old swimming hole. For huge Paul, it was more like a bathtub. Paul was interested in a lot of things as a youngster, but as he got older and bigger, he spent more and more time in the woods watching the loggers cut trees.
Did you guys make the video?
Yeah. The townsfolk noticed Paul's fascination with logging, and on his 16th Christmas, they gave him a present that was to change his life forever and turn him into a legend. It was a great, big, beautiful axe, just the right size. And it says, "Merry Christmas, Paul." There's his axe.
Wait, okay.
Do you, Cruncher, will you go by the door, please, honey? With that big double-bladed axe, Paul could cut trees faster than most men could cut weeds. Whenever Paul logged, he was followed by prospective farmers, for he could clear enough land for a whole farm in one day.
One chop.
Look at all that wood he could cut. Here he is. Look at him. Look how big he is compared to the people in the town. Paul logged so fast that soon most of the forests were cut, and people moved in and built towns using the lumber made from the logs that Paul and his fellow loggers had cut. Life in the East was getting too citified for a fellow like Paul, who was 63 axe handles tall. So one day, he headed west in search of more forests and new adventures. Soon winter came, and during the first blizzard of the season, it was so cold that the snow itself turned blue. It was during this storm that Paul came upon a young baby ox, frozen blue and shivering in the snow. "Here, big guy," said Paul, picking him up under one arm and holding him close to try to thaw him out. Even after he thawed out, the big ox stayed blue. "You're such a cute fella," said Paul. "I think I'll call you Babe. Babe, the big blue ox." Babe grew fast, and overnight he was twice as big as a barn. Paul thought it was great to have a pal as big as he was, and so did Babe. Not only was Babe Paul's closest companion, but he was mighty strong too. When Paul set up his logging camp near the river that had too many bends to float the logs, he tied a length of rope and an anchor to Babe's yoke, and Babe pulled the river straight as a pine log. That's funny. Paul and Babe kept moving westward, and as they were passing through Minnesota, they got confused during a ferocious rainstorm. Completely lost, they wandered around in circles for days. The big puddles left by their footprints remained full of water, and to this day, people still call Minnesota the land of 10,000 lakes.
Is it actually?
I can put that away when I'm done.
Wait, is it actually?
I am.
Do they actually?
What?
Is that true?
What?
That there's 10,000...
People still call Minnesota the land of 10,000
Yeah.
lakes? Yes.
Really?
That's part of what I liked about Paul Bunyan was,
It was like an origin story time.
yeah, but not real. By the end of the summer, Paul and Babe had reached Wyoming. They were so glad to finally be out west that they got into a friendly wrestling match. And they kicked up a whole mountain range, which is now called the Grand Tetons.
Is it real?
The mountains are, but it's not really because of Paul. After the match, they were pretty dusty, so Paul found a big mountain stream, which he used to make a shower bath for him and Babe. When they finished, they went off and left it running, and now it's called Yellowstone Falls.
Really?
There's really Yellowstone Falls, but they're not formed by, or maybe they are.
Probably.
Out west, among the giant trees, there were big logging camps that were just the kind of place for Paul. Now, the loggers were big eaters. The head cook, Sourdough Sam, and his crew of 40 served up hot cakes stacked to the ceiling, mountains of 10-pound steaks, and biscuits by the cartload. That's making me hungry.
Me too.
Look at those donuts.
Giant
oh, my
donuts.
goodness. But no one was a bigger eater than Paul Bunyan. So Sourdough Sam's men made special 6-foot donuts for him, and of course, for Babe, too.
No fan. I was 6 foot to it.
Oops. Babe got special treatment from Ole Olson, the camp blacksmith. The ox shoes made for Babe were so heavy that when Ole lifted them, his feet sank deep into the ground. One hot summer day, Paul brought a load of corn into camp, and the corn grew so hot in the scorching sun it began to pop. "It's a blizzard!" cried the men, and they bundled up and shivered at the sight of it. A herd of cattle took one look at the blizzard and turned blue on the spot. That's funny.
Wait, no, it's like a popcorn swing.
Late that fall, the skeeter bees were flying north and south. They couldn't remember which direction to go since they had a bee stinger on one end and a skeeter stinger on the other. Their buzzing became louder and louder as the stranger came chugging into camp aboard a shiny new locomotive. Skeeter bees. "My name," said the stranger, "is Joe Maffaw, and I'm going to show you something you won't believe. I've got an automatic tree-cutting machine and a log-pulling locomotive that will do your work in half the time." Paul was angry. "Out here, we use a double-bladed axe for cutting and oxen for pulling, little fella." He didn't want the machine to take his.
That didn't sound like.
But Joe Maffaw continued to brag, so a contest was organized to see who could pull a triple load of logs faster, the locomotive or Babe the blue ox. "Come on, Babe," cried the loggers, and as he and the locomotive pulled with all their might, snorting and puffing. When it was over, I hope it's Babe. I hope Babe wins. Babe lost by half an inch, just a little bit. Sadly, Paul and Babe decided to say so long to their friends and head north. Sad. Whatever happened to Paul Bunyan and Babe? Well, some folks say that logging machines put Paul out of business. Others say that Paul felt crowded and went to Alaska, where the logging is endless and men and his ox have plenty of room. If you're 63 X handles high like Paul, you need a lot of room. Do you remember the song? Hey, Paul Bunyan, with his head in the clouds and his feet on the ground. I can't remember. It's a good song. The end. I love this story. I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of this book. Are you keep this book, or should it go to Petunia? Not yet. Someday I'll bring it to Petunia.
You know what?
David said we can take it to Petunia. This will be one that will be on the top shelf because it's very, very special. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that book, and I will make it to Petunia either today or over the weekend and get our other Disney books. But hey, this is a Disney book. We don't have any other Paul Bunyan Disney books. David, did you want to say anything before we sign out? David's coming. Oh, did you want to do your you had a magic trick?
Mm-hmm.
All right, David's gonna do a magic trick, and then I should put.
Wait, can I do two? Because one's a card trick and the other is this one.
Oh no, just do this one. Save the master the card trick. For Monday.
I can master the card trick. So you see, I have one popsicle stick here, and I multiply it. Now I have two, and then I will multiply this two.
Can't see your head.
I'll multiply this two into three. And then I'll make this 3 into 1. Now the card trick.
You guys, there is a movie on Netflix called is it called The Wallabies or The Willoughbys? The Willoughbys. It's on Netflix. It's called The Willoughbys. David and I started it. We actually have to finish it, but it's really good. And I think it's not scary. And I think that all of you would like it. The Willoughbys on Netflix. When you're allowed to watch a movie, ask your mom, dad, somebody, your grown-ups. All right, Dee, we're not going to do the card trick today.
It's really quick. I mastered it. Okay. So you can see that these are all real. They're real and all different. Okay. Here, look.
I feel like you've already done this trick.
Look.
Or illusion.
Look. You can see.
All right, hurry up, honey.
They're all different cards. And I want you to
Yesterday, I played fetch with my cat
and today
for
I
hours. Probably tonight he'll want to play again with a hair tie. We throw a hair tie. My cat will run and grab it and pick it up and bring it back and drop it right at our feet. He didn't feel like playing today. He went and picked it up and hid it. He didn't feel like playing in the morning. But at nighttime...
He didn't hide it. I just picked it up and put it right there.
Where is it? Is that what he's looking at? Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, I think he is looking at it. But at nighttime when he's feeling all rascally... I already did this trick to the preschoolers. Or with the preschoolers. We already did it when we recorded
so
in
tell
your
them
room.
to stop. Tell them to stop.
Can I show them the card?
Yeah, show them the card. I won't look.
Okay, stop.
Wait, no, like this. Okay, so I'll fan.
What? Hello?
I'll do this and tell them to stop. Tell them to stop.
Right. Stop.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Are you gonna
100%. Sure.
Okay. I'll put it in right there. And I will find it. Look, you can see it's gone, just lost in the deck, and I will find it. Okay, I've made my guess. And I will actually spin it.
You got it right. I think we did this illusion downstairs.
No.
I'm never right.
I'm gonna do some magic.
I'm always wrong.
So look,
All right, no, we're
I'll make this
signing
go
out.
through.
All right,
through.
Petunia,
Look,
you have
It's
the
going
best,
through.
most wonderful weekend. I will get our
look, I'm gonna
books.
disappear. Watch.
I'm gonna make him disappear. All right, love you guys. Big hugs.
No! Jesse and David signing out.